Oh, hey there! I'm Mahi Bhaktani, your usual host for the MINCE, or the Millennial Newscast edition with News 7. Today we're here to talk about a burning question on the minds of today's parents and our youth: drugs and sex. Let's go.
With the growing trend of the feminist movement that urges us to rock our sexuality and embrace our sexual needs as human beings, as well as a global change in mindsets that are evolving to become much more liberal and open-minded than ever before, many people are concerned with us ending up at the other extreme of things, resulting in us turning into sex-crazed drug addicts. While there may be a growing fear of the worst-case scenario resulting from this liberalism and growing rates of increased recreational drug use and sex amongst much younger youth, statistics have shown that it is this exact freedom that has lowered the chances of drug abuse as well as unsafe sex amongst today's youth.
One of our correspondents, Vivian, took to the streets, or Taylor's University, to understand the views of, average everyday Malaysians on these topics. Over to you, Vivian.
Hey guys, it's Vivian from News 7 The MINCE, and today I'm at Taylor's University conducting interviews with the people here about their views on Malaysian youth, drugs, and sex. So hi, what's your name?
Fahima Hassan,
How old are you?
20.
So what's your name?
Nash Daniel,
How old are you?
19.
Okay, so what is your stance on recreational drug use?
I'm not really sure about it because different people have different opinions. There are certain drugs that are really hard. I think those shouldn't be used.
Okay.
But some are okay.
Alright.
Well, it depends on the user. If it's used to benefits such as antidepressants, such as for depressive people, then yeah, sure, go ahead. But if it's used just for fun, once in a while, sure. But if you're just addicted to it and constantly using it, then I find that a bit odd, a bit wrong.
What's your stance on the freedom of expressing sexual needs and practicing safe sex at a young age?
Well, to me, everything has a starting point where you start at a certain age. You don't start when you're too young, you don't start when you're too old, because if you're too old, you don't know what to do.
Nice, I agree on that.
That's necessary, that's important.
So this is Mr. Hardik from Taylor's University.
I'm an academic, and at the same time I have a management role in this faculty, and that's what I do basically. Two lovely kids, two beautiful kids.
How old are you?
The older one is 7, and the younger one is about 3 years old. Yes.
So are you more liberal or conservative on topics like drugs and our Malaysian youth on it?
Considering their age, I mean, one is 7, one is 3. I mean, you can only discuss so much with them at this point. But with the older one, generally, I have spoken about vices. You get what I mean? And what are some of these vices? We do speak about alcohol, which is, that seeps into drugs as well. I mean, we do speak about other types of vices as well, but the comprehension level is only to a certain extent because the child is still very young. Okay, but she does understand that there's the good and bad.
So, as we saw today, the whole mindset is still at its infancy, so we're still not sure whether this is really a boon or a curse to today's society. So hopefully as time passes, we'll be able to understand if this is really going to benefit us or if it's just a huge curse in disguise. Anyway, this is Mahi B signing off with News 7, The MINCE.